Hey, it's Kathy at Nothing So Strange, and I am here tonight to do the hashtag Show Us Your Decks. I'm doing a VR to Feeding My Soul Tarot to Angel, who came up with these prompts. These are really fun prompts. So I will jump right in. The first prompt is a deck you want to use, but for whatever reason has not seen any time on your reading desk or space. And mine is the Mythic Tarot. I haven't had this too long. I've lucked into getting a lot of cards from somebody online, one of the swap and buy groups on Facebook. And I really love this. And when I got it, he sent me a little bit of information and said the wands are Jason and the Argonauts. The cups are Cupid and Psyche, or Psyche and Eros, whichever. The swords are Orestes. The pentacles are Daedalus. And the majors are a wide range of stories like Pandora's box and what have you. So there's a lot going on here, and I haven't yet had time to chase down all the stories. Great. And figure out what all the meanings are in the cards. And so you can see how great they are. They're older and got that kind of light and airy illustrations that we don't get so much anymore these days. So, prompt 1, the Mythic. Prompt number 2, show a deck that is the 12th from the right on your storage shelf. That was tough because mostly mine are vertical and there's just a couple of rows, but best I could determine, 12th from the right was Santa Muerte. This is just beautiful box. Nice sturdy box too. And I do love this one. I think I opened it after Halloween, and so it hasn't gotten quite the workout that it will when I get up to spooky season this year. Look at that. Beautiful backs. But, oh, nice, it's in order. Okay. It is really a beautiful deck. And some of the cards are very lighter weight, and some are very much going off in a new direction. So it's a really beautiful. Oh, I could use that for a later prompt. Beautiful, interesting deck. Isn't that great? And I think it's so cool to have Death as pregnant. Not the Empress, but Death. Let me find you some other favorites here. Oh, the tower is like a Escher drawing. That's fabulous. Oh, and the moon. Beautiful. And look at Judgment. Spooky. And they're all kind of color coded, like wands are all red and pentacles are more green. The 3 of Pentacles. Gorgeous. shaped eyes. And that's the whole suit has those. Oh yeah, this was what I wanted you to see, the Five of Cups. And the guidebook is really good at explaining the stranger images. So, prompt number 2, 12 from the right, Santa Muerte. Number 3 is a deck you are considering rehoming. None of them. I'm still a newish collector, and I love every single thing I've gotten so far. So, 4, a deck you don't store in its original box, and why? Vertigo. And I don't store this in its original box. This is the first edition. I was really lucky to score this copy, which is just pristine. And the first edition comes in that huge flat white box, sort of the size of a record album, and then there's a box in the box and a guidebook written by Rachel Pollack, which is great. And the inner box is really tight. I'm always scared pulling these in and out. Heavens, I'm looking this photograph so well. But I'm always scared that I'm going to damage these pristine cards putting the deck in and out. So I just keep it in a nice soft bag and have the box hidden away somewhere or another. But this deck just takes me back to the 90s. It is very of its era. I do love it so much. Very dark, as you would expect. Here's the backs. Nice cardstock. Not a huge cardstock person really, but that's nice. I'll keep it in this pretty little pouch. What is next? A deck with more or less than 78 cards. Oh my gosh. Make me pull out the monster deck that's bigger than my head. Terra Volatile. I love this deck so much, and it is such a beast to deal with. Because not only are the cards immense, but there are alternate cards, and then there's a whole extra suit. I have just pulled out the first few cards. It took me so long when I got this to go through and choose which of the alternate cards I was going to use. And then I got the book that explained some of the symbolism, and then I ended up trading out a bunch of the cards I decided on in the first place. But it is just exquisitely beautiful. I know the artists were disappointed with the darkness of the images. This is one where I left all the cards in for the lovers. They were disappointed, but I think that they are beautiful, even if they weren't quite the shade they wanted. I love this sun card. Okay, so that was number 5. Heck in the monster box. I barely scraped the surface. If I was at a bigger table, I would dump the whole thing out and show you. But I'm not. 6. A deck with a cloud on the box. I realized right before I started that I brought 2 over, and I'm a little stuck about which one to show you. So I'll show you both. First of all, we have one JJ. This is a older. I'm not sure how old this one is. Again, just lucky purchase. These are the backs. And I said in my video yesterday that I only had one Marseille deck, and I don't know, does the JJ count because of Juno and Jupiter? I don't know if it counts as a true Marseille or not. If it does, then I have 2. And pretty pips, very pretty pips. So that was the first one with clouds on the box. And the Urban Crow Oracle, which I think I show often when I do these. Nice guidebook. Even the backs have clouds. And I love bird decks. I in particular love crow decks and raven decks, and these are just, and J.A. Cullinan's are my favorite of the genre. I love that guy. I've noticed I'm always hearing background noises when I'm recording and then saying, "Do you hear that? I'm sorry about that noise," and then I play back and I can't hear it. But if you can hear the saxophone player from the bar down the street, that's what that is. Okay, number 7, a deck you have never shown on your channel. Good to have the opportunity. I love this so much. This is the Blackbird Lenormand, made by Heidi Phelps, who made the Black Violet Tarot. And it is such a sweet, sweet deck. It's a nice, the blackbirds. Nice, very to the point guidebook with a couple keywords. Here's the backs again. Little birds. Nice silver gilding. And these are just very, very straightforward. Very simple style that you would expect from her based on the Black Violet. Good readers. And she has the little indication of the playing card up there in the corner. It's very small. You can almost miss it if you aren't looking for it, so it's not obtrusive. One thing I love about this is that she's gotten over the man, woman, you know, and do you need extra men, extra women? What if you're non-binary? Question by just having a you card and a them card, which I think is a really clever way around the dilemma of choosing a significator. But yeah, it's so, oh, I like the mountain. And the ship. So I'm utterly charmed by this deck. It's a good size. It does a good grand tableau. And that was number 7. Number 8, a deck with another animal besides a lion. That's a strength card. Chose Guardian of the Night, which is originally going to be my cloud card. My cloud box choice. And there we go. Some sort of snake versus mouse or rat battle going on here. But this has interesting. I didn't get this one back in order first. Interesting wildlife. It's funny because it does have lions, just not on the strength card. So that is fun. And there are a fair number of spiders in this. Be warned if you don't like spiders. That's pretty wild. Oh, and the death card. Actual death on the death card. And we've got the bat as justice. We get kind of used to having bats as the hanged man, so that's interesting. But it's just gorgeous. And anyway, oops. MJ Cunning, Guardian of the Night, animal besides a lion on the strength card. What is next? A deck that comes in a box inside another box. I thought about cheating and just saying, oh, that's the Vertigo. But then I thought, no, I'll bring out the Wild Unknown. Which I don't know if I've ever shown this. Because everybody has it, so I don't feel it's really necessary to show it. But yes, the box inside a box, which I'm always a little like, why? Why have 2 boxes? I didn't get this one for a long time because, you know, it was just such a thing. And then I happened on it at a fabulous, like, really, you have to get this price. New, even. And I love it. I should have gotten it earlier. It really is. What people say, you know, it's beautiful. It makes you think about the meanings of the cards. It's funny though, I do find it really gendered in a way that I didn't expect, given that it's all animals. And probably wouldn't have jumped out as much. Except I got it at the same time as I got a deck that is very determinedly without gender, and then the fact that you've got, I love him, the animals as daughters and sons, and mothers, and which they are, but the descriptions in the guidebook kind of jumped out at me. I think this was probably a good price because you see there's a little warping to the box there. Doesn't hurt the deck at all. Okay, so the box. Inside the box. Wild Unknown. Deck that would not appear in the top 10 favorites. I didn't think I was going to be able to come up with something for this one. And then I remembered the slightly disappointing Glow in the Dark Tarot. I am a big fan of glow in the dark stuff. I still have my childhood glow in the dark frisbee. I have glow in the dark gloves with skeleton bones on them. I love glow in the dark stuff. And these are a little bit of a letdown. They look really good. I mean, just sitting here looking at them, that looks fabulous. And you know, I think all the pictures are well done. And they do glow, but they don't glow enough that I could charge them up, turn out all the lights, and sit here and hold them up, and you could see them on the video. That's a letdown. And also the cardstock is, I don't know, it's kind of, I guess because it's got the pictures on it, it just doesn't feel good in the hands. So, but just sitting here looking at them like this, they look really good. And my hours of experimentation holding them under various lights and trying to get them to glow better, notwithstanding, that keeps them out of the top 10, definitely. Okay. A deck you associate with the color green is number 11. And I swear I pull this out for nearly every VR. Goblins and Gardens. I mean, it could have been in this for Cloud too. Could have been in it for not having a lion for Strength. It's just such an adaptable deck. But again, the story behind this deck is it's the world of Dungeons and Dragons. It's monsters, the Dungeons and Dragons monsters encyclopedias collaged with gardening encyclopedias. So so of course there's going to be a lot of green here. Further in the deck, so much green. And I do adore this idea that the hard times are over and the monsters have all gone home to tend gardens. It's just something I've been doing this week. I have scratches all over me from cutting down blackberry vines. I love blackberries, but not in the middle of my sidewalk. So yeah, love this deck. Reads shockingly well. And again, that was deck you associate with the color green, Goblins and Gardens. Alright, secondhand, pre-loved, thrifted, or pre-owned deck. I've already gone by a couple, but I had to talk about this for a minute. Carriel, Visconti, Taruki. Older version, I believe this is from the 80s. And so it has the older kind of guidebook. A lot of good info in there. It's just old school stripped down. And a lot about this deck is old school stripped down. These are the plainest backs I've ever seen. But I have a couple copies of the Visconti Sforza. But this is my first Carriel. And so I'm still learning the differences and learning about what's the cardinal virtues and what are the same cards as we see in the Visconti Sforza. These are just wonderful pictures. It's a good death card. And still, this is new enough to me that I haven't tracked down completely which are the replacement cards and which are the cards from the original deck. Trying to keep the glare off. Anyway, then we're down to the pips. I think, yeah, there are extra court cards. I believe a male and female page, if I have it right, and a male and female knight. Yeah. So, new, still learning about it. It's so beautiful. Okay, we're up to number 13. I sure showed the box well enough for that one. Number 13 is a deck with the most used guidebook. That was a hard choice. I am I'm a guidebook person. I am, but I finally chose the folklore. Which is funny. I bought separately the big guidebook for Carnival at the End of the World, and that's in next to the bed, and I got the big one for the Terra Volatile, and that's in next to the bed. And I'm reading them through like books, but just in terms of picking something up as I'm reading the deck, this. And it's because, and I've shown this one a lot, some of these people are very specific, like Agma, very specific. Some of these things, like fox, show up in a lot of different folklore, a lot of different cultures' folklore. And so it's fun to say fox, playfulness, and hear about Native American culture, Bulgarian, Ukrainian folklore, Japanese folklore, Scandinavian folklore, American Midwest, and just have these little short summaries of the folklore about the particular animal or bird or tree or monster. around the world. It's a little closer. So I refer to this guidebook a lot. It's a bit shiny. I'm trying to keep them out of the glare for you. Look at that guy. Like I say, you know, something like Her and the Hunter is sort of specific, although they will mention similar deities, similar monsters, similar folklore from other cultures, even in cases like that. Oh, love her. Okay, Mothman, also very specific. Okay, so most used book. Number 14, a deck with water on the box. This is such a beautiful box. The Enchanted Tarot, and here's our water. And this is a recent edition. This is the 30th edition, 30th anniversary edition, which I think probably looks exactly like the 25th, only with the numbering changed. But this was nice. It had a book in it, which is over there now, and also, did it have a reading cloth? I think it had a reading cloth. It had this nice, the color's not showing up good, nice purple pouch. And these are just such pretty cards. I've seen earlier editions that didn't have the cards so color-coded by suit, but I like that. They're both pretty. And as I understand, these were tapestries that were sewn and then turned into cards. But they are so detailed. Really beautiful. I'm glad the deck is a large size. It's definitely larger than I love that, than a standard tarot. So you can see more of the details. Back of the cards are pretty. Okay, so that was 14, a deck with water on the box, and I'm to the last prompt now. A deck with your most favorite card ever and why. I don't really have a most favorite card, so this was causing me problems, and then I thought, oh, the easy way out. Choose the path of total vanity. I was so lucky over the last year to be involved with a collaborative deck project out of the Hermit's Cave. It was a group that formed in the Hermit's Cave, Simon's Hermit's Cave, and we made a collaborative deck, and this was just the best project to be involved with. Everybody was so creative and lovely and kind and supportive. Oh, I didn't show you the backs. The backs. And so I'd never made a tarot card at all. So I can't believe I had the nerve to say, yeah, I want to join in with real artists who have done this before. But I did. And so I'm going to say my favorite card ever. There's no limit to my, how awesome is the Devil. this is going to be my favorite card ever because I made it. And I talked about this once before. Those are my girls there. That's Bruna and that's Zelda, and except for photoshopping my husband out of that, that's not altered at all. That's their personalities. And really, what I love here, it's very straightforward. Rider Waite Smith meanings and compositions, but I love it because that's my dogs, and that's the field next to my old house, and these are my roses and my lilies. I might put up some pictures of my garden that I've been working on the channel this week, and you're going to see that rose bush again. None of this stuff is in bloom right now, but it's a smokestack at the end of my block, and so I love a card very, very much because it was fun when I was making it to realize how surrounded I am by roses and lilies and dogs that howl at the moon. I'm gonna do a proper walkthrough of this amazing, amazing deck sometime soon. One of the 4 incredibly generous people who has put so much time into organizing this is still pulling together all our narratives for the guidebook, and once that comes out, I'll do a proper walkthrough. But just spectacular project. I was so lucky to be involved. So maybe I will forgive my vanity there, and my own card being my favorite. Anyway, thank you again to Angel at Feeding My Soul for coming up with these really fun prompts. And if you're still here, thank you for listening. Have a great week.